right, so here we are, guys. It's game number 7 now between Team Acer.Nerchio. He is our blue Zerg over at the 1 o'clock position on Atlantis Spaceship. And his opponent at the 8 o'clock is the reigning GSL Code S champion and also the winner of the last 2 games. That is NSHS.Jjakji, our red Terran.
Yeah, Jjakji just looking really, really fearsome here these last few games, looking like he really has his opponent figured out. So Nerchio, like we mentioned before the game started, is going to need to do something different. I feel like if he keeps playing the same way he plays, even though he's very good at it, it's not going to work against Jjakji at this point.
Yes. Thankfully, it's not a 6-pool. So
Yeah.
that's not the change he needs.
When I said change things up, I didn't mean that. It's not like... Yeah, I mean, well, sometimes that can be okay, but on this map, that'd be terrible.
No,
So
that
never
walked
6-pool on Atlantis Spaceship.
Observe, guys. This is Jjakji's natural. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fly over to the natural of Nerchio. We're still going. We're still going. We're still going. And there we are.
All right. This is a little ways.
Yes. Takes forever.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see what Nerchio has in the chamber for us today. And Jjakji's Reactor Hellion opening has been doing pretty well lately when it's specifically tailored to beat those early roaches, as you talked about.
In this game, it looks like he's going to get a command center after his barracks before anything else. Oh, no, just a little bit later gas. Okay. Never mind. For some reason, I thought it was a little bit later. He's just getting that gas on 14 instead of 13.
All right.
Still okay.
And Nerchio, it looks like he went with a 15 pool, a 15 hatch, So nothing too out of the ordinary quite yet. We'll see what our player has in store for us next game. Or, not next game, but coming up here soon. Apologize, it's been very long. TVZ's been talking for a while. Blah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. 15 pool coming up after that now.
Yep, that's about right. And hello, drone.
Yes.
Welcome to the base.
That is true.
Sent an SCV to greet you, show you to the door.
Yes.
And, yeah. So, wouldn't be surprised at all to see Reactor Hellion again out of Jjakji. It's been so safe. But you never know. He might throw something crazy in there.
Now, what is Nerchio going to do right now? Because clearly, at this point is the time when he said, all right, time for a Roach Warren, time to make a defense. We'll go up to 3 base after that kind of a thing. This go-around, though, are we going to see something different out of him? Is he going to have a little bit different mindset because his opponent does kind of have him figured out? Or is he just going to do the same thing?
Well, it's a little bit early to see that Roach Warren at this point.
Yes, I agree.
Well, it would be interesting to see if he throws it down in a short time,
Yeah.
From
that's
now.
what I was referring to, like the next logical structure.
Right.
Like,
well, there's no Baneling Nest or anything quite yet either.
Sure.
I mean, right now he's just going to try to drone up a little bit. But so far, everything kind of is indicating a same type of game as we've been seeing for the last 5 or 6 games.
And those have gotten pretty exciting at the end. Looks like we have that next base being built on the low ground once again. And once again, Nerchio is sending out those lings to go ahead and move across the map, take map control, and hopefully, for his sake, kill an SCV.
Jjakji is going to catch an Overlord, I think, on the right side of the map. I think he's going to get it. I think he can run those Marines up to the upper part of that if he's paying attention. He's trying.
That's where he's going. Nerchio trying to run away. 7 points.
He's got it.
And dead. Big loss there for Nerchio at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it definitely is a bit annoying there. It looks like the Marines are going to pay the price, though, for it.
Right.
Oh, not losing a single ling. Whoops.
Yeah. He got himself a little bit back there, although, of course, it was way worse for Nerchio to lose the Overlord than for Jjakji to lose those 2 Marines. And let's see here. He's going to build a bunker up at the front. There are a couple of Hellions making their way out at the moment, and we don't see a Roach Warren quite yet. He is just putting up, is that a 3rd queen? Yes, it is.
Yep, just more drones putting out that 3rd queen. The natural on this map is as such where you could probably defend it pretty easily with queens and a couple spines.
Yeah,
so I don't think he's quite as worried about Hellion harassment this time. That drone is a very brave drone. It looks like he wants to become something. Oh, okay, there is a Roach Warren then. All right.
Boom.
Yep.
All right. Roach Warren once again.
Yeah, Roach Warren after Zergling speed, so he's not going to go too crazy with the Roaches, it looks like. And again, just because of the map size, I don't think we're going to see any sort of early Roach pushes. Just kind of putting it down there just in case he needs them. But I don't know. And that's a pretty quick lair as well from Nerchio. Lair before a macro hatch or before a 3rd. If he gets the Infestation Pit, I'm going to start seriously doubting his chances of winning this series.
Well, we're going to find out here what he ends up moving into in just a second. As you mentioned, there's that 3rd gas coming up. There's that lair. And, a couple of Zerglings trying to run away. Looks like the The Hellions are tearing after them at the moment, but the Zerglings are going to get away. Over the hills there, it looks like a car chasing out a bullet or something like that over the San Francisco hills.
Yep. It's so steep. Those Zerglings need anti-lock brakes.
Ooh, and those Zerglings would have really liked to have kept on going there and possibly seen that Marauder that's coming out. But they don't, as a matter of fact. We have Layer Tech just about to finish up. No larvae have been put into roaches quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, Jjakji is just kind of setting up for a very similar push to the one he's been doing for the last few games. Oh, and there is a Spire. Excellent. Very, very good decision by Nerchio. I think, yeah, just a couple roaches for defense. Very good. Saving things up for those Mutalisks. I think this is going to work much, much better. Oh, and I like the hidden third down at the bottom right part of the map, too.
Yeah.
A nice little touch by Nerchio. So, you know, you got to hand it to the guy. He knows what he needs to do to win. He knows he's going to need to try something a little bit different. And I think with some proper control, it could work out.
All right. Well, as you mentioned, there's actually an odd number of bases on this map. It's this base down here, the bottom right-hand corner, is the one that if you get to super late game scenarios, you know, 5 base on 5 base, this is the one that actually gets fought over. And because there's no Xel'Naga towers around here, and this is not the most obvious path for any sort of, you know, drops to move across or anything like that, why would they go all the way around unless they had a specific purpose to move to the third, for example, later on in the game?
Kind of reminds me a little bit of the gold base and scrap station from way back when.
Yeah, oh
you know,
my
a
God.
lot of people
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to sneak that. Yep.
Yes, like
But
every game.
You know, Jjakji is doing a good job of scouting with all these Hellions, and he is going to find it right away.
Oh,
you got to be kidding me.
He moves away at just the
What?
last second. These roaches
Really?
are out on the field now doing some damage to one of those Hellions, but yep, not going to
Right.
be found out.
Wow, I'm surprised that he didn't scout that.
Okay, well, he is moving to Mutaling Baneling, and he's soon
Yep.
going to be on 4 bases here in just a second. Well, he had that drone down there. It looked like he was moving towards that in a bit.
Canceled, and one not canceled here, but the Mutas are out soon, so these Hellions' days are numbered, at least their harassing days anyway.
Yes, very much so.
Yep.
And it looks like this Hellion was trying to pick up on the timing for a third. Is Jjakji preparing for air? Let's see here. He does have an engineering bay coming up and another command center, but of course no turrets down yet.
Yeah, no turrets. He is making submarines. He does have stim, and he will have combat shields. So he should do okay against the Mutas, but I think he might be a little bit surprised. Now, did he scan by any chance and see that Spire? We have to
Let's take a
see
look.
if he did that.
Got a Hellion.
No, he doesn't know. Okay.
All right, and here comes our pack of Mutas running across the map. There are a bunch of Marines coming up. Oh, this is a big push that's coming in, though. We'll see if those Mutas turn around and try and pick off reinforcements, or if they're just going to try and get Jjakji to do the same.
Yeah, you know what? Jjakji is going to really be able to do some damage with this. Not a lot of defenses right now for Nerchio. Nerchio just flying his Mutas into the main base, trying to just do some counterattack damage here. And so far, Jjakji not pulling the SCVs back.
No, nor is he pulling off of this attack at all, and this could do some
Oh, the
serious
drones.
damage. So many units right here. That was so many units lost. There, finally, we have a few Marines making their way in, and
Oh,
no!
Nerchio not paying attention.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, though, because the army of Jjakji in his base is really, really big. All right, it has thinned out a little bit. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it looks like they're nice
Never
job
mind.
with the Banelings there, and he did clean up a good portion of that. Yeah, he did lose a lot of workers, though. Looks like Nerchio ended up killing 20. Jjakji ended up killing 16.
Yep.
The big difference is going to be here, though, in the... oh, very nice job picking off these medevacs as they fly back across the map.
Yeah, that's a win for Nerchio right there.
The big difference is really going to be this hidden third base and the fact that Nerchio's already on his 4th.
Yep, that's right, and more Mutas on the way, too, for Nerchio, so the harassment is going to be able to keep Jjakji on his side of the map. That's exactly what Nerchio wants to do. He just wants some breathing room. I mean, Jjakji's been so aggressive these last few games. Nerchio just really wants to be the one to do the harassing, do the aggression for once in a game.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, nice job by Jjakji, though, catching those. It is, and one Mutalisk goes down. Second being chased down, but it looks like it will be able to get away.
Yep, that's right.
Nice read there by that Zergling. Picks up exactly when that command center was sent down. All right.
Pretty good creep spread by Nerchio, just kind of concentrating right now and connecting those bases. He had it held up a little bit, of course, to the Hellions, but he's recovering pretty nicely from that.
And let's see here now, as he does have 8 Mutas out on the ground. It's or in the air. It's going to be 10 here in just a second.
If they were on the ground, that wouldn't be so good.
They'd actually look kind of funny, just kind of squirming around like snakes.
They would. People would think they are real shrimp instead of just flying shrimp. Yeah. Armory on the way for Jjakji, so he'll be able to get a couple Thors out to handle those mutas. He might just be doing it for upgrades too. I kind of have to wait and see.
It kind of serves a dual purpose right now, so
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. And look at that. Full saturation on the space down here at the bottom right, basically. And I don't believe, unfortunately, he just does not have a clue that that's there. This Hellion does get in and kill one drone inside of the natural. Lynx are going to dispatch that pretty quickly.
Yep.
And here come the Mutalisk once again. They got to watch out.
Yeah, a lot of Marines there. Oh, very nice by Jjakji, not stimming everything. I love that. I love it when Terrans don't stim everything.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of nice.
Ooh,
oh, hello, Medivacs. Would you like to die?
And they're going to take a little bit of damage to the command center also. And these mutas are going to have to run away once again. Nice job to get away from there. That hurt muta down to just 13 hit points.
Oh, is he going for it? Wow, the tanks are unsieged, but a bold move by Nerchio. Yeah, that was... that was close. I was like, well, maybe, but no, he didn't quite have enough. A lot of mutas. Man, this muta flock is going to get pretty large soon.
Yes, it is.
Up to 16 already. That's getting there.
How much has this base paid off for Nerchio now?
Kidding.
I mean, this has not just kept him in the game, but kept him ahead in supply. So now he's on 77 workers, actually 80, or 79 now as those finished up. So he's going to have quite the economic basis to run this game, and he's got to get away now. A couple of mutas may fall.
Yep.
No, wow, just getting away with those so hurt, but not dead.
Oh, there the banelings. They're a little bit dangerous to harass with the mutas like that because there's a chance your opponent will follow and they'll run right into those banelings that are morphing, which is not what you want exactly. But looks like it paid off. Jjakji didn't over-pursue there.
And let's see here if these mutas end up rolling their way back in. It looks like they are trying to go after that supply depot, which is so smart. I mean, you just want to be able to Zergling counterattack.
Nerchio.
Oh, he's rolling in with those banelings in the back. They didn't do any damage at all.
They did not do any damage. Just too many Marines. So the mutas took a ton of damage too. So Nerchio, he's trying something new, but his muta control and his decision-making with where to engage just has not been very good this game.
All right, sensor tower goes down, which is a nice little win. And, he's not even going to get the missile turret as well. Mutalisk's just dying all over the place. However, we do have, it looks like, not Hive Tech, I'm sorry, 5 Infestors just about to hit the fields. I don't think Hive Tech has been started yet.
Yep, he's also getting those ground upgrades too, so we may see him go into kind of the style he's more comfortable with, which is Ling Infestor and then something else added onto that. Yeah, there's the Hive, not quite started yet. These mutas, so many of them have taken some damage.
Yeah, they really haven't. Oh, there's a Thor up now.
Ouch.
He's got to back up. He does pick off one reactor. Don't think he lost a Mutalisk in that little attack, but he's got to back up now. He is on 5 bases at the moment, though. Jjakji just sitting on 3. I don't think he has another command center prepared as well either.
Yep, Jjakji does need to kind of sit back and play defensive, but he's okay with that. He's producing units. He's getting a lot of upgrades. And so he is going to have a really strong army that Nerchio won't be able to ignore a little bit later in the game, when both players max out.
Yeah.
So Jjakji actually, I'm sure, just feels perfectly comfortable right now.
And let's see, another base coming up for Nerchio at the moment. I imagine that's a macro hatch at this stage of the game. Yeah, it is. It's sitting right up at front. And we do have another command center coming up for Jjakji as well.
Yep.
And I was wondering when he was going to move into that drop phase. I guess he just felt a little too insecure because this is the first time that mutas have been a presence for Nerchio, but now he is moving into that drop phase.
I had like TVT flashbacks for a minute there. I saw the medevac with Marines flying over the tanks, and I'm like, drop now. But no, it's TVZ. He's not going to Marine drop his own tanks.
That's a lot of banelings, and looks like he is running around for a flank at the same time, going to attack through 2 attack paths, possibly 1 down to the 3rd, 1 through the natural.
All right.
Oh, these mutas have to watch out. My God, those mutas have to watch out.
Yeah, look at the damage on those mutas.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of green left in that. A lot of orange and yellow. And those are probably the worst Skittles colors. I'm not a big fan of those. I like the green ones.
You and I cannot be friends anymore because orange is the superior Skittle. So, sorry.
Oh,
it just
drop
is.
play.
Yes, it is. Here it comes. So there's one queen there, but not a lot. Other than that, looks like a few Marines getting caught out in the middle, but here comes the drop now, and he's going right after the hatchery. We'll probably take out the drones of the queen first. No, just going right after the hatchery to start.
Yep. And bringing these hurt mutas to go after these upgraded Marines with medevacs. I don't know if the best idea. Taking more damage on the mutas. He does clean up the drop.
Yes.
But, again, the mutas taking more damage. And You know, I think he's okay with that, actually. I think he's going to be replacing those mutas, obviously, with other things. Well, especially now that we see the Ultralisk Cavern going down.
Yeah, which is kind of a curious switch because I guess I would have assumed we would have seen some Broodlords here in a bit, but it looks like he's going to run into the Planetary Fortress. There's a couple of Banelings inside of the mineral line and does kill a number of SCVs. Good economic damage done. Let's actually take a look. 36 workers killed now, so an additional 16 went down. Oh, but he's got to watch out. Oh, those high energy infestors. Oh, no, Nerchio.
You know, if you looked at the mini-map throughout that, he was getting ready to do a push with that army right there, and he wasn't paying attention to his infestors. Huge loss for Nerchio there. Yeah. That's a big investment down the drain.
Looks like he's freeing up supply. I'm surprised he hasn't started to morph in Greater Spire at the same time as well. But, yeah, he is going to be able to put out a lot of Ultras now. He has the supply freed up.
He likes his Ultras.
Ouch. He's just taking a little bit more damage there.
Mutas.
No, not at all. And once again, we have an over 20-minute macro TVZ, which has proved to be pretty compelling. So,
well, here we go. I don't know if this is good to attack in the planetary when he knows the army is right there.
Yep. Well, he's going to go for it nonetheless. This Planetary Fortress is racking up the kills at the moment. A couple of Fungals hitting some units there. We do have 9 Ultras joining the fight right afterwards. Did any more workers go down? Yes, actually. It looks like... oh, no, actually, that was the 36 that was from before. So I think that drew even. He didn't really do that much damage.
Ling Infestor in a big way coming out for Acer.Nerchio now. 9 Ultras on the way. But if you look, Jjakji, oh, whoops, catching a few more Infestors. If you look, Jjakji is already making ghosts. He's already getting ready for that late game.
Yes,
so he should be prepared for this.
And he looks down and sees this base, and he'll see how much minerals are left on that, and he's got to wonder how long that was sitting under his radar. So Nerchio finally loses that hidden base. He is expanding inside of this pocket in the middle where it has the rich Vespian Geyser and the base on the left, but he did lose his base down at the bottom right.
Yep, that is correct. So supply is still pretty even. Jjakji just going ahead and taking some damage from these Lings, and now he decides to turn around and siege up.
Yep. That's what we were waiting for there. 190 supply to 173 at the moment. A few Lings going to try and counterattack, but they're not going to be able to go anywhere. They'll run right into a bunch of Marines. Those will be lifted. Yes, they are.
Yep. And, yeah, so now what Jjakji needs to do is just kind of sit back, play defensive, make sure stuff like this doesn't happen to his bases.
Oh, God, that Planetary Fortress is getting pretty low. The unit's coming in now. This could be a lot of Ultras lost just to kill the Planetary Fortress. It does go down, though. We'll see what Nerchio decides to remax on. At the moment, he's producing 48 Lings. He lost. Oh, no! More Ultras!
Whoops. Yeah, and he's going to lose maybe. Well, actually, they might get away. I think he's still going to lose.
They are pretty fast. It's going to require a couple additional stims there to get those Ultras killed. Oh, nice fungal right there. Oh, but he's got to pull back at the moment because there's no way he's attacking into that.
Yeah, Nerchio's army is just starting to look weaker and weaker kind of as time goes on. He's already lost a decent amount of Ultralisks. He's trying to harass, but you know it's weird. I mean, he's just really, really stuck on this Infestor Ling style. I mean, he's adding in Banelings this time, but he really kind of has a single-minded sort of way of going about these games, it looks like.
Yeah, sure. I understand exactly what you're saying. And, oh, as it sits now, these siege tanks can get underneath this little sweet spot and start hitting the hatchery with vision. So looks like they're going to assault the third as it is, though. A few units coming out for Nerchio now. EMP's hitting the Infestors right away. He's running in from the back as well. Kills quite a few units with his Banelings, admittedly, but there's still a huge Marine task force behind to go ahead and move up through these bases.
Yep, those Marines have been taking a bit of damage, and now that Fungal's definitely going to help as well. But just more Ultras coming out for Nerchio. It really makes me worry, man. I don't know. I just don't think Ultras are the right answer in this case.
Yeah, he won 2 games on the back of Broodlords when Jjakji wasn't able to counter that, and it just makes me surprised that he's gone away from that completely, especially with his Spire, when his Spire was done just as that Hive was coming up. So,
yep.
All right.
He's down to just 4 bases now, which isn't too bad. Actually, 5 bases. He does have that hidden one just above Jjakji's main. That's awesome. Does Jjakji not know about that
No,
yet?
he actually doesn't know about that at all. I'll show you. Yep.
Nice. I like it.
Yep. So that's some good resources gained there for Nerchio. He does have this Infestor just continuing to be annoying in the middle.
Yep.
He's got to win a big engagement, though, here quick.
Yeah, he needs to kill off the army of Jjakji. If he doesn't, Jjakji's going to just be able to keep bullying him around the map, which is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure. So let's see here. Jjakji going to make his way up and try and deny this base. It looks like Nerchio already knows that that's a possibility. Pre-moving his drones away as he moves them back over to saturate this new base that's coming up there. Yeah, bye-bye base. That's going down.
And this is kind of what happens when Terran just gets a big upgraded army. They can kind of just start walking around and doing whatever they want. He does lose a Thor there, but...
Yeah, that was a good place for Nerchio to attack from the side without all the army committed, but now it's going to be a little bit dicier as he has to move in against the brunt of the forces. Fungals do hit quite a few units, and Ghosts were actually up at the front, and those were the ones that were hit first by the Ultralisks.
Yep, not bad at all.
And it looks like Nerchio being forced back right now. What is he going to do? He lost his base down at the bottom right once again. He does have a couple of infested Terrans inside of his opponent's pocket expansion there, but he is down by 50 supply, and things are looking pretty grim.
Yep, here come the Ultras again. I mean, with that many upgraded Marauders there, the Ultras are going to do nothing, and GG.
GG.